So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about life purpose. At the end of the day, everybody wants to wake up and jump into something that it nurtures their soul. It is something they want, okay? It is not something like you feel you're being pushed to do it. Now, for the most of guys who have awakened, the next big question, which I've already got so many times, is what is my purpose? So many people have that question. What is my purpose? What am I here for? You know, a lot of chosen ones and awakened individuals, you will usually discover that you have awakened and you are open to this new reality. But this new reality demands different things, because this new reality cannot allow you to see life the same way that you always have, you know, the comfortable way that you used to, you're accustomed to, and those things that you've always done. And you want to get more meaning out of your life, okay? I can only tell you that your purpose is usually going to catch you unaware. It is something that is going to come out of the blue. You will just wake up one day and you figure out that, oh, actually, I'm very good at this. You know, I'm good at designing, or I'm good at acting. Maybe I'm good at music. I'm good at shoemaking. I'm good at this. So you're going to start discovering some hidden gifts that have always been within you. These gifts that you've never known that you had. So you are going to want to apply these gifts in your reality so that you can make your life more comfortable and more meaningful as well. Chosen ones. I'll start with a story. So back in the days, there's a channel I used to watch, we could be talking about 4 years ago. So it was a channel where there was two girls. So these two girls they were like realtors, you know, these people with the real estates and things like that. They showcase, you know, homes and things like that. Sometimes houses to buy or houses for sale, that kind of stuff. So there were these two girls who used to run this channel. Now, in this particular channel, I remember it was okay. It wasn't doing bad, okay? They had some views, you know, they had some subscribers here and there, but it wasn't taking off. There was something still missing. And then it went on for a while. We were talking about years. It could even have gone on for like 2 years. So these girls used to come every now and then, you know, show these videos of these homes and whatever the price is and the locations and everything. So something happened along the way. And these girls had a misunderstanding. So when they got this misunderstanding, I think that is what caused them to break up. So they kind of separated and they went different ways. But even if there were two girls, there was still one creator, because you see, in every creation that happens on this universe, it is started by one individual. Okay, you cannot start a creation with two people. Two people just come out of with an idea. Everything starts with one mind. This girl, the second one, broke away because I think she got a little bit jealous, because this other girl was getting a lot of exposure. Whenever the comments were coming in, they were a little bit focused on this other one, you know, the lead one. There was always the lead one and there was the follower. So the follower got a little bit jealous and took things personal and just decided to break away and, you know, go their own direction. So this person stayed alone with the channel, running the channel by herself. And a few months into this journey, she went on doing the same thing, of course, again and again, with the videos, houses and everything, this and this. And then eventually, something magical happened. So on the way of doing this channel, she decided to tap into agriculture, animal rearing, and I think probably these other things, animals, goats and everything. So she tapped into that field of farming, you know, animal rearing and everything. So she did a video on animal rearing. Then she did a second one, then she did a third one. she started getting customers. She started getting viewers, more subscribers. The channel blew up out of the blue. Then that's when she realized that, oh, most likely this was her purpose. Okay, so she was probably before doing this farming videos, she was into, before doing the farming videos, she was into the real estates. But somewhere along the journey, she discovered that actually she has got more talents to showcase when it comes to farming and things like that. The moment she stepped into this farming thing, put out the videos, the channel blew up. The channel blew up for two particular reasons. Number one, there's a very big chance, in my understanding, in my understanding, there's a very big chance she was rolling with the wrong person. You know, because sometimes you're rolling with people who don't want to see anything out of you. They will not tell you this because they're your friends. They will not tell you that, listen, there's almost, this is what you're doing. They're not happy with it. They cannot tell you this in front of your face. But their energy is like they're jealous about you, even sometimes that you're working with them. The people, sometimes you think you want to take along with you. Those people, they are not supposed to be on that journey, okay? So you're moving around the wrong people. That's the reason why most of the times you're stuck. You could be wanting to go to a certain direction, but you're too much relying on these friends. There's a best friend, there's a bestie that you've always had in college. There's this bestie in your neighborhood. You think like, oh, I can always drag them along on this path. I can guarantee you, I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the journey of spiritual growth and evolution, it is a journey taken by yourself. You are not going to need anyone on this journey. You are going to create something and you're going to do it alone. Because every idea that you have, or it might come to you, because you see, before God reveals to you your path, God, first of all, is going to remove certain individuals around you, away from you. Because those individuals, when you stick to those individuals and you want them to be a part of you, those guys, they're always going to block your moves. They're always going to have this negative energy around you, jealousy, envious energy, and things like that. And sometimes they're going to sabotage your path. So sometimes God is going to remove some people away from you, you know, because God wants to show you something. But for you to be able to tap into that energy, there is people that need to live your life, okay? They need to go. So do not hang on to people that you know they're sticking with you, but at the same time, they cannot come along with you, but you're trying to force yourself to drag them along with you on your path. The same thing applies to a lot of people. You want to leave your narcissistic parent, or you want to leave a narcissistic relationship, but you have a bestie somewhere. You're like, oh, you listen, you know, maybe if we can go. I remember talking to someone before many years ago, and the person was like, you know, I wanted to ask my sister to move with me. You know, they knew that they was dealing with a narcissist, but they wanted the sister to go with them, or the mother to go with them, or the uncle to go with them. They wanted somebody to carry along with them. This is codependency. For you to be able to step into your full potential, you're going to have to break codependency tendencies, whereby you think that people need to come along with you so that, you know, you can always rely on them for advice, ideas, and things like that. But there is some people actually who are going to sabotage your growth, okay? The moment this girl let this person go, because there was two on this channel for a very long period of time, but the channel wasn't taking off. The moment she decided to let this person go, the channel blew up. The second thing also happened in this scenario. This woman, initially she started a creation. She was like, okay, let me just, you know, showcase these homes and, you know, real estates and the things like that. That's what she started. That's what was the idea. So she dragged her friend along with her on this path, on this journey. That means that initially she did not step into farming because she was still blind. There was still these blinders into that direction that she would go. So she started with the creation. So she created anything. So in that time, it was real estate. Somewhere along that journey, down the road, the universe revealed to her the real direction she needs to go, where she's going to really tap into this abundance that she had always wished to get. For a lot of you chosen ones who are asking yourselves questions, what do I need to do? Or where to go? Start with anything. Start with anything. Get an idea. I can give you a real case scenario for myself. In the beginning, I was thinking I'm going to be talking about relationships because that's what I knew. It's what I'd gone through, difficult, toxic relationships, whatever. Along the journey, the universe was like, no, there's almost, something else that you need to share. So for some reason, I gravitated away from relationships and I started stepping into narcissism because that is what I really knew. That is where my experience had been, so that is what I had in my soul that I could share. The moment I took that decision, let's talk about narcissism, the channel started growing, at least to a degree or to a magnitude that I could experience and see. If you're a person out there who is always in doubt, you cannot take off, you're in your room, you're locked in your own room, doing the same things over and over again. You have this job that you do on a daily basis. You don't know when you're going to leave this work, but it's boring you to death. You don't want to do it. You feel like you're dragging yourself doing the things that you've always done, and you feel that you're not going anywhere. That means that you don't have your purpose. You have not yet found your purpose. Everybody is meant for something great. The very moment you learn how to tap into that greatness, your life will start taking off. What do I mean by this? Start with anything. Ladies and gentlemen, start with anything. If you're a person who, for example, back in the days, used to play around with small sketches, you could draw things, you could write things on the paper, you could draw different diagrams, this and this, start with that. Get a sketchbook and start sketching. But make sure that you're consistent. Do it on a regular basis. Every day you wake up in the morning, you have a few minutes for yourself, go and sketch something. If you're a person who always liked painting, go and paint something. Don't worry about the details. Go and paint, okay? It doesn't always mean that you're supposed to blow up in one day. Even if it could happen as a miracle, it may have happened for some people. But if you're a person who is trying to build, go and start anything. Anything comes to your mind, start. You've always desired to write a book. Go take the sketchbook, start writing. Get out your laptop and start writing. Just write anything. Just do anything and write anything. Don't worry about the details. When the universe feels that this person, they have been putting too much work into themselves and they want to go somewhere, the universe is going to open to you the right door that you need to go. So that's where now you're going to see yourself diverting towards something else. And that is what is going to bring you, open you to your purpose and bring you real abundance that you've always wished to have, okay? But one thing I have to tell you is that the purpose will always meet you unaware. So it's going to sweep you off your feet. It's going to take you by surprise. It is not something you will actually expect, but you're going to realize that you have stepped into that territory and it has taken off for you. For some reason, for some miracle, by some chance, it has just taken off and you couldn't even see this coming. Okay, so it will usually take you by surprise. So other guys who are struggling to find purpose, they've always been these family members and friends who told you that you couldn't do that. Okay, you're a hairstylist. Your passion is hair, playing around with people's hair, doing something with their whatever, your own hairdressing shop or whatever. But your friends have been telling you, you can't do that. Don't waste your time with that. It's a waste of time. That thing that they're telling you couldn't do, that is your purpose right there. When I was starting to talk about narcissism back in the days, we're talking about like 4 years ago, my family members told me, you're always busy with this thing. I don't know what you're doing. I started to see a lot of these, comments coming left and right. People were dragging me. People started noticing that I was getting serious. But then it started also showing me the people that actually never believed in me. Because there was like, sometimes I used to send some other links, my own video links to some family members. And they were like, oh, you know what? Actually, I know another YouTuber who is talking about that thing, and she said this, and she said this, and she said this. So they were not actually paying attention to what I was saying. We were doing the same thing. but they could not recognize that maybe even sometimes what I was saying was more powerful or more helpful for them than what somebody else was doing, even if it was the same thing. So sometimes they would put me down in the beginning. You know, I've seen your video, but I've also seen another video from these other creators and things like that. So they were always driving, dragging me out of my, Then I figured out that actually those individuals were jealous, because you see, one thing you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, chosen ones, every moment you step into your purpose and you choose to do the right thing for the very first time, the very first people who are going to resent you, they are going to be your family members and your closest friends. They are going to fight with you. So if you hear your friends complaining about something that you're doing, you have to know that you're doing the right thing. So you've gotten out of this bubble, you've burst out of this bubble. You've stepped into unknown territory. Now you started doing something that you've never done before. That is when you're going to get the problems, the resistance, the chaos, the shouting, the noise and everything. People are going to speak, people will scream. That is when you know that you're doing the right thing. So that is when now you need to put in more effort and stick onto it. Stick onto it as much as you can. Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you, your purpose is hidden in that particular thing that many people around you said you couldn't do. That is where your purpose is hidden. That is where you're going to find your purpose in life. Even if you don't do that, but you keep on going in that direction, the universe will see your consistency. God will see your consistency, and God will be like, okay, this person looks like they've been prepped enough. They've been prepared. They've been doing this for a while. Now these gates are going to start opening up, which are going to drive you towards the real thing that you're meant to do. But all in all, what am I saying? Start something. Start anything. And do not worry. Even if it doesn't really make a lot of sense, do not worry about that. Just start something. Whether it is, and another thing I want to say, your purpose is also hidden in the things that you don't even believe will work. You're like, actually, in my family, nobody has ever done this. How come that? How am I going to be able to achieve this? You're even scared because your purpose is supposed to scare you. When your purpose comes to you, you're going to feel that weight is like something is really, really shaking you up, and it's like you're very, very afraid to start. That is what purpose feels like. When you ever notice there is something really heavy on your chest, you're trying to start something, but at the same time it's a bit scaring you, is a bit very challenging for you, that is how you know that you found your purpose. That is, your purpose is hidden in right there. Your purpose is supposed to be something that you will do out of your comfort zone. So it will be something new, something different, something in completely new territory, something you've never done before. If you stick on to the end, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get to where you want to be. So let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session, donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Desmo signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.